Welcome back to our channel, where we explore all things Zodiac and beyond. In today's video, we're looking closely at the question, how does a Gemini woman apologize? Whether you've hurt her or she's the one at fault, understanding her apology style reveals the inner workings of her complex mind and emotional nature. A Gemini woman is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, intellect, and adaptability. Her personality is often seen as dual, represented by the twins. So when she apologizes, it may come in two forms, one driven by logic and reason, and another guided by emotional awareness. This duality means she may offer a swift verbal apology, yet later follow up with a more thoughtful or symbolic gesture. Her inner conflict between wanting to resolve things quickly and needing time to truly process the emotional weight is part of what makes her apologies layered and sometimes unpredictable. When a Gemini woman decides to apologize, words become her most powerful instrument. Her apology is often articulate, reflective, and laced with sincerity. Even if she does not dwell long on the emotional depth, she wants to explain herself, often weaving in context, reasons, and even humor to soften the situation. For her, an apology is a conversation, not just an admission of guilt. She seeks mutual understanding, not just forgiveness. But if she feels the other person isn't open to listening, she may hold back, becoming distant or using her wit to mask discomfort. Apologizing for a Gemini woman is not just emotional, it's intellectual. She needs to understand what went wrong before she can make it right. If she's confused or uncertain about her role in the conflict, she may delay the apology until she's mentally clear. This can be mistaken for indifference, but it's actually her way of processing. She doesn't want to offer a hollow or reactive apology. Instead, she wants to be sure that her words match her intentions. Once clarity arrives, so does her readiness to make amends. Despite her mental agility, the Gemini woman sometimes struggles with emotional intimacy. This can make her apologies feel distant, especially to those who crave deep, heart-centered repair. But her sincerity lies in her willingness to engage, to explain, and to reconnect. She may not always express deep vulnerability in the traditional sense, but her effort to restore harmony through communication is her version of heartfelt. For her, making things right doesn't always mean grand emotional displays. It means showing up, talking it through, and staying open. Though primarily verbal, a Gemini woman's apology can also show up in subtle actions. She may send a thoughtful message, share a song that reflects her feelings, or invite you into a light-hearted experience to break the tension. These gestures are her way of bridging emotional gaps without becoming emotionally overwhelmed. Her actions often aim to restore the connection and remind the other person of shared laughter, trust, or history. These indirect efforts are as intentional as her words, even if they're easy to overlook. Sometimes, the Gemini woman avoids apologizing altogether. This usually happens when she feels the blame is shared, or when the situation triggers her fear of vulnerability. In such cases, she may deflect, rationalize, or use her charm to shift the mood rather than face discomfort directly. But underneath the surface, she's likely replaying the conversation in her mind, wondering how to make it right without losing herself. Her avoidance is rarely a lack of care. It's more often a sign that she's emotionally overwhelmed or unsure how to re-enter the space with honesty. As the Gemini woman matures emotionally, her apology style deepens. With experience, she learns to balance her quick-thinking nature with more grounded emotional expression. She becomes better at slowing down, listening to the impact of her actions, and offering apologies that resonate beyond the surface. What was once a clever or diplomatic statement becomes a more direct and heartfelt message. Her evolution teaches her that true apology is less about being right and more about being real. A Gemini woman's apology is as multifaceted as her personality, layered with intellect, curiosity, and emotional intention. Though she may struggle to express deep emotion in traditional ways, her sincerity comes through in her effort to reconnect through conversation, understanding, and subtle acts of kindness. Have you ever received an apology from a Gemini woman? What did it feel like, and how did it affect your bond? Share your experience in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching. If you found this video meaningful, subscribe to Zodiac and Beyond for more thoughtful reflections and celestial wisdom. Until next time, stay aware, stay aligned, and stay true to your inner light.